Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. Let me check everything here. Hello to whoever's here. We'll give it just a few minutes. Email went out and everything, so we'll just give it a few minutes to see who pops on here. But we're gonna get started because I've got a lot of things to go through. So let me just quickly check over on Facebook. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good Halloween and you haven't eaten too much candy. But grab some and you can munch away while you're watching some of this stuff. Okay, so that's all that. And go back to this. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. So for tonight, the discount code is going to be automatic in the cart. So for this one, actually I'm going to change this right now. For this one, what we're going to do is if you buy 2 items in this collection, you get 15% off, and it automatically figures it out at cash. Or if you buy 3 items, it's 20% off. Okay, so an extra little bonus. And then the other thing I've done is I've lowered the free shipping threshold. So it's now at $85, and I'll probably keep it that way here till Christmas, just to make it a little bit easier for everybody to get to that free shipping. Okay, all right, so let me just get organized here and we can get going, because as I say, there's quite a few pieces. Actually, give me 1 second. I just need to do one thing before we get started. So give me 1 sec here. As I shake everything, hopefully the computer doesn't go flying. Okay. Second, let me check and make sure that worked. Okay, so technology. Okay, so instead of putting this as a collection, what I did, if you go to the home page, you'll see it on the top bar. There's a shop 50 and under, and you can click on that, and then that will bring up everything that's $50 or under from across all the collections. So this isn't really a collection, it's more of a gift guide. So it's I didn't want to put it as a collection. So it's there on the main bar, and then you can see, so there's like 50 pieces on this website that are 50 and under. We're not talking about all 50 because we will be here all night. So that's not going to happen, but I am going to try to get through quite a few, and kind of some of the bestsellers, some of designer faves, which I guess would be me, So without further ado, again, if you're on Facebook, I can't see you. I'm a one-person show here, so I've got the screen up for all of the listings and everything. So I can't look at Facebook. So if you've joined on Facebook, welcome. But click the link, pop over to the website. That way you can see all the listings. That way you can shop and stuff like that. If you just want to watch, that's fine, you can stay there. But again, if you comment and things like that, please don't be upset if I don't respond, because I am not looking at the Facebook screen. Okay, so you can click the link and you can pop over and join us on the website, and then I can see that chat, and if you have any questions or anything, I can answer them there. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Just give me 1 second here. Okay. Ooh, that's echoey. We don't. I don't need to listen to myself in stereo. Okay, here we go. All right. So, so what we're gonna do with this kind of lineup tonight is we're gonna do some color, and then we have some neutrals in here, and then we're gonna finish off with one of my favorite stones, some turquoise. So, but we're gonna start with some coral, fossil coral. So these could have been in the Misfit collection if you didn't catch that release last week. That was a fun evening, so kind of went through a bunch of fun things. So you can watch the replay at your leisure. This one could definitely go in there because it doesn't really fit in any of the other collections. But so these are fossil coral. Now the lighting is proving to be a bit of a challenge this evening. Why? I don't know. Some days it just doesn't want to work. But again, check the listings. That always gives you a good indication of color. But these have that navy. There, you can kind of see there. That beautiful kind of pale navy blue, and that really interesting pattern to that big dark splash there in the middle, with some kind of white as well. And then I put a little bit fancier bail on these ones. So these could be dressed up or down for sure. And fossil coral, very grounding, calming, reduces stress. You can find different places. I usually source mine from Indonesia. Here, that's a good picture of the pattern. Very cool stones. Very cool stones. So that's the first one here. Now, these are one of a kind. So, so a couple of different things. I don't know. You can see there should be notes up in the top of the chat. So just so there's no confusion or anything like that, I was chatting with somebody last week, and it was about if something goes in your cart, it doesn't reserve. So I know some places like, hi Christine, I know some places like Old Navy and stuff like that, if you put something in your cart, it keeps it for, it reserves it for an hour or whatever. My system doesn't do that. So if you put something in your cart, please don't think that it's reserved, because it's not. So it's not reserved. It's not yours until you cash out. So you can either do that, or if you see something, you can, until it gets too crazy on these chats, you can put mine or me or something like that to kind of claim it, and then the instructions are at the top there, and then you can send me an email with all of your contact info, and then I can send you an invoice and things like that. And I can kind of try to control that by taking things off of inventory as we go. So as long as I can kind of maintain that without being too disruptive, I will. But as I say, I've reduced the I've reduced the free shipping down to $85. So for you lovelies that are across the country, a little easier to hit that mark. So you can do some free shipping and stuff like that. And as I say, that 85 I'll probably keep until the end of the year, just to make it a little bit easier for everybody to get the shipping. Okay, and then for those that have just popped on, so with this, it's not a collection because there's stuff in here from across a bunch of collections, so it's more of a gift guide. The whole gift guide is at the top on the home screen. There's like 50 plus pieces that are $50 and under. So you can click on that shop 50 and under, and that will open up all of the stuff on the website that is that price point or less. And then until midnight tonight, if you buy two, you get 15% off. If you buy 3 pieces, you get 20% off. And then, as I say, I've dropped that free shipping down to $85. And so all of that discount stuff will be automatic in your shopping cart. Okay, or claim it while we're doing live, and I'm okay doing that until it gets too crazy, and then I can't control it because it's just me. I don't have anybody else over here. Willow is sleeping. She's not much of a help. So as long as I can control it. Okay, so that was the first one, the blue fossil coral, very, very pretty. And so those of you that have just joined me, hello, say hi. And I think I have 26 pieces kind of skewed up here, which is a lot, but it's only like half of what's available for this price range. So I'm going to try to blow through these. I could help. Yeah, I know. I know, Christine, you want to shop. I get it. I'm not going to complain about that. It's okay. So anyway, we're gonna go through these. So some of these I might go pretty quick. So if you wanted me to backtrack or whatever, let me know. Okay, and if you have any questions about any of the new kind of way of doing stuff, feel free to let me know about that too. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so we have okay, so we have this wire wrap now. This is one of my first wire wraps. So if you're familiar with my wire wraps, they're not minimalist, but they're quite clean lines. Let's put it that way, clean lines. And those are from my designer days. I like clean lines. So, but anyway, this was one of my first ones. So it's a little different, but like other things that I put in, like the Misfit collection, I figured I'm gonna put this out there. It might speak to somebody, and if it doesn't, then I will tear it apart and use this stone for something else because it's a beautiful stone. So this is a gorgeous sodalite stone, very nice stone. And that's why, I used it to wire wrap. But you can see, and as I say, like if you're familiar with my wire wraps, this is not normal. But, if you want to own an early ANJ, then this would fall into that category. So it's a beautiful big stone. This is like 40. I like the bead. Yeah, so it's a sodalite bead, and it's a nice big stone. Like this is 40 mil, beautiful stone, and then big 10 mil sodalite as well. And then that's just wrapped in there. I mean, that's just, attached in there, and it's just very swirly. So it's there. Most of my wire wraps are over that threshold, but there is this one, and there's another one I'm probably going to add. That there's an orange amazonite, and I just didn't get it on there. I actually thought it was on the website, but it's not. So I have to get it on there. I'll try to maybe get it on there tomorrow or something like that. And it's 50. So anyway, so all of my wire wraps are on 24-inch long copper ball chains. very easy to trim. It's, you know, it's ball chains like those old light switches. So you just trim it to whatever you want, and then it just snaps back in. Or if you know you don't want 24 inches, you can leave me a note and I will shorten it to whatever length you want. Okay, so that is the Sodalite wire wrap in copper. So I always do them in raw copper and then oxidize it. An early art of nature jewelry piece. If you're interested in other wire wraps, there's a separate collection that I have. I mean, they're kind of scattered throughout different collections, but there is one I think that has all wire wraps that you can, if you're just interested in those, you can look at that. And so I should say Sodalite, again, calming, very calming stone. So truth, intuition, things like that for Sodalite. So that's a nice one. Okay, so sticking with Sodalite, we've got some bracelets in this price point, of course. So the first one is this one here. So this one is big 10 mil. I mean, it's too, I have little baby wrists, so a lot of these bracelets are too big for me. But so this one is 10 mil Sodalite, and then it has labradorite. You can see some blue flashing in there. Some really nice quality labradorite chips in there as a focal. And these labradorite that I got have a really nice there. You can see some blue flashing in there. So really nice quality labradorite. And then nice big chunky 10 mil Sodalite beads. So with my stretchies, I pre-stretched it. I use Opalon, which is one of the best elastics on the market. And then it's double strung, and then I knot it in 3 places. Okay, so my stretchies are nice and strong. Okay, so you shouldn't have an issue with it breaking. One trick that you can do to help your stretchies last is roll them on. You know, at the shows and stuff like that, I see people and they're like, it's like, you don't need to do that. Just roll it. You know, just make a fist and roll it, and it doesn't have to stretch that much. And so the bracelets that you have at home, they'll just last longer for you. Not as mine, just all of them. So just roll them on, and they'll last longer. So that is that one with the labradorite, and I'm actually wearing the labradorite chips in the long. This is actually in the Storm collection. I just felt like wearing some labradorite tonight, so that's what I'm wearing here, is the labradorite chips. So that's this one, and then the next one is all labradorite. So now these are like AAA quality labradorite. So I know it, you know, it seems like, okay, it's just a boring, these are 8 mil, but you can see the blue flash on here, and they're flawless. Like there's no black. They're AAA quality. So I brought these in to kind of use for some of my long silk necklaces and things like that. But I did do a bracelet or two in these. So if you wanted, so this could, you know, you could dress this up or down. It'd be really nice in a stack. So that's why I had these together. You know, they work really nicely in a stack. And of course, if you have the right size. So I've put the on the listings, I've put the instructions on how to measure for bracelets, and then just send me a note at checkout and for the size that you want, and I will accommodate that for you. Okay, so that is those there. If you've got any questions, you want me to slow down or anything, please just let me know. As I say, we've got a bunch here, so I'm just going to try to kind of get through them here. And then, so I should say labradorite, named after Labrador. That's where it was originally found. So it was a Canadian. It's been found in other places now, but originally That's where it was first sourced, so that's where the name comes from. And it's a nice, powerful, it's a protection stone. I like to wear it, and it's gives you energy. So again, oh, live days. Yeah, usually I'm going to bed around 3, 4 o'clock. So, so usually I need some energy. So Labradorite's a good option for days that are live. Okay, so moving right along, and now we're going to do. Oh, these are sweet. These are sweet. So, from a gift standpoint, moonstones are always very popular at live shows for people purchasing. It's definitely a very, very popular stone, and rightly so. There's something magical about moonstones, and I'm going to be doing a whole collection in the new year. The next full collection is going to be called Glacier, and so you can kind of imagine the colorways on that collection. And so there will be a lot of moonstone coming for that. I'm going to try to get some moonstones done before that for all the shows. I've got a bunch of shows here in the next 6 weeks or so, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure how many are going to actually make it to the website. We'll see. But this is one that is on there. So it is a sweet little moonstone. Yeah, Glacier is gonna be a nice one. Cooler tones, but kind of mystical with that icy kind of blue. So you can see the pretty flash on this one. I think all of the little hearts that I got in have a really pretty. Is it faceted? Yes, it is. It has it. Let me see if I can get it closer. There, you can see it. Can you see that? Yeah. So it is faceted, and this one has got a really nice blue flash. And as I say, I think most of them have a nice flash to it. So this is side drilled. And so it's just got a little bit of silver and then the little ball there at the bail, and then sterling silver chain. So this one, I believe, is an 18-inch flat cable chain. So it is also very sparkly. If I can get it to focus. So it's a flat cut. So it just reflects the light more so than a regular cut. So super sweet. So if you have somebody that you're shopping for, like a niece or a daughter or something like that, a young lady, but even any age. But I just think because of the size of it, it's just so sweet. And moonstone, it's a very tranquil stone. It's calming, and it's also birthstone for June. So if you're shopping for anybody, a June baby, this is one of their birthstones. So I have a bunch of these. So that's not a one-off or anything like that. But super, super pretty, and a nice little gift for somebody. Okay. So, carrying on, we are going to. Okay, so this is an interesting pair. This is another early pair that these haven't been on the website or anything. These were super early, and I think I might have even had them in my first Etsy shop, which was was polymer clay and stuff like that. And then I kind of transitioned over into the gemstones. So this was kind of one of these transition pieces. But these are very cool stones. They're darker, but these are honey dendrite. So they're honey dendrite triangles. Very nice black. So that's black in there with the tan, and then that little bit of that rusty red there on the edges. And they're wire wrapped, kind of in my kind of messy wire wrap style. And then above them are some black check glass. And then the reddish bead is a rainforest jasper is what that is. So that's also a little jasper. So you've got dendrite, which is dendrites. They're positivity, and apparently they attract abundance and things like that. So these are nice, chunky, kind of modern tribal. They're different. So if you're looking for something different, that's what these are. And then they're on the these are copper plated, nickel free, lead free. All of my earwares, if they're not sterling, are nickel free and lead free. So they're just really unique pieces. So that's why I thought I would highlight them. Yeah, if you're shopping for somebody or you're looking yourself for something very different, I think those kind of fit the bill for that. Okay. Another interesting pair. Where did I put these? That is, yeah, they're very cool. Yeah, and as I say, I think they were those transition between Twistify and Art of Nature, and then they might have been in my early Etsy shop as Art of Nature, but then when I kind of went in more this style, I pulled them, and then they've just been sitting somewhere. So these are very cool as well. Christine, you'll probably like these. So these are called leopard skin, and you can kind of see why if I can get them to stop reflecting the light. So they have that leopard skin print to them, natural print. They're also called leopardite. So they're also known by leopardite or leopard skin. Again, black and gray with that those orangey kind of spots in there. Very cool, kind of a tie shape. So a cool cut as well. That nice kind of tie shape, but they're thin. So these are neat too. I mean, they could go in canyon. I don't know if I put them in canyon when I put them on. They're a little dark, so they could go in canyon. Or the Misfit. Misfit's going to become quite a big collection here, but yeah, they're quite different. But they're thinner as far as width, so they're not too heavy. They're long, but they're not too heavy. And then the back is very cool as well. I mean, the same pattern on the back, so you can see that. I mean, you can see why they're called leopard skin. Right? Yeah. So they're very neat. I think these are the only leopard skins I've ever brought in. So they're a unique one, absolutely. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so next we're going to do a few pieces that are from the Wildflower collection, and so some pinks and some purples and things like that. So if you've got some people on your list that like flowers or those kind of colorways, the next few might appeal to them or to you. So I wanted to show these because I just think, again, they're quite sweet. I'm trying to start to do some things that aren't necessarily one of a kind, and a little bit lighter, a little bit smaller in scale, just because people seem to be kind of looking for that, and super cute. So these are silver plated little dragonflies, and everybody seems to love little dragonflies. And then this is amethyst. So the purple are actual amethyst stones. And then you've got some check glass up above it in like a yellow, peachy color, and then a purple, another little purple check glass in rondelles. So they're kind of rondelle shapes. And so that extra little blast of purple at the top just ties the amethyst in. Super cute. They've been quite popular at in-person shows. So amethyst is a February birthstone, if you've got some February babies out there. And again, it relieves stress and anxiety, and they're just fun and pretty. Again, like a niece, or I think, I mean, any age, but I just think, a young lady, super cute, super cute. So that's that one. And then this one has been a very popular little bracelet at shows. So this is amethyst. Now it's a little bit lighter amethyst and Burma jade. So so jade from Burma. And so it's kind of a very pale, very soft green with just a slight blue undertone. You can kind of see it good there. So I went with the lighter amethyst because the jade is so soft. It's still a striking contrast, but there's a few dark ones in there just to add a little bit of visual weight. But yeah, I kept it quite light. And then it's got a sweet little bee, which everyone seems to love bees, I'm finding out, because the bee charms are very popular at in person. So these are little 6 mil. So they are, they're a nice size. Again, really pretty in a stack, or smaller wrist like mine. It's a nice weight. It's a nice weight. So just super cute, colorful, nice for spring. And as I said, that one's been popular. So so yeah, I got to make some of those up. And I actually just made this up today because my next show is coming up, so I needed to get a sample of that for sure. And again, if you've just joined, stretchies are double strung with opalon and knotted in 3 places, so they're good and strong. And another simple but popular amethyst studs. So these are 10 mil. 10 mil calibrated, so they're the same size, they're the same thickness, and when I get a batch in, I always try to match up colorways. Some of them come in lighter, some of them come in darker, but I always do my best to kind of get the same kind of weight in color. And then these are on sterling silver backs. So some things that on there you might see are on the hypoallergenic surgical stainless steel. I just had some people asking and stuff, so I made up some that are in that. But I can do sterling if you'd prefer, or I can do surgical if something's listed in sterling and you'd rather have it in the surgical stainless steel. Happy to do that. You can just leave me a note, and if I can do it, I will do it. So nothing fancy about these, but nice little studs. And again, people are always looking for studs. Okay, so moving right along here, we've got another really popular, nothing too fancy, but very sweet, rose quartz. So rose quartz is always a popular stone, very popular for gift giving. It's the stone of, it's known as the stone of unconditional love, so it makes a great gift. And it's also a very calming and a very peaceful stone. So this is another little 10 mil, but it's bezel set. So this one is bezel set in sterling, and then on an 18-inch cable chain, sterling silver cable chain. So just very, very sweet. It could get layered for sure. This one's a very soft soft pink. Yeah, really nice layering piece at 18 inches. So you could put it in a layer, or just, you know, an everyday piece. You could just put it on and forget about it. If you wanted a little extender added to it, I can do that as well. But it's comes standard as an 18-inch chain. And then we have this. This is also rose quartz, a little bit bigger, little heart. So I brought a few of these in, and so it's not faceted or anything. It's just, it's like a, but it's not flat. So it's, you know, it's poofy. It's a poof on both sides. Now the bail on this is stainless steel, I believe. So it's in that darker kind of oxidized kind of look. So the chain is sterling. It's a 20-inch cable chain, but I heavily oxidized it to match the bail. I mean, I can do it as a regular shiny chain, but this bail comes in that darker kind of brushed finish. So I thought the chain looked better with it kind of matching. But it's just super sweet little heart. Really nice little gift for somebody. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, so these are neat. These are neat. I really like these stones. I'm really surprised they haven't found a home yet. So these are chrysoprase, and they're really pretty color. They're this green, very similar to the Burma jade actually. This green with like a blue undertone to it, and then the brown. And then the brown almost looks like wood, that top part. It has like a really interesting kind of, it's smooth, it's not textured, but it looks like it's textured, and it looks like it has like a wood, almost a wood grain to them. And then they're a very interesting cut. They're kind of like that tooth cut. So again, a little bit more tribal. So if somebody's looking for something a little bit unique, these are pretty cool. And then these are on, I did these on like a handmade. So I made these ear wires, wire wrapped them in copper. And I just think they're really cool. And then, you know, again, the back is the same. It's got the same on the back. So, but they're different. They're very different. So they just need to find the person that they speak to. But that's why I wanted to highlight them, because I just think they're kind of neat. Okay. And they are definitely one of a kind. So that they are a one and done on those for sure. All right. If anybody's got any questions, just fire them out at me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. All right. These, where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Okay. So these are brand new. Really happy with how these turned out. I don't know, there's something about these. I just like these very much. So they're part of Harvest. So they should be showing up in the Harvest collection now as well. So these are Picasso jasper. So there's a 6 mil Picasso jasper on each side. And then the green are check glass rondelles in a matte. So the Picasso's got a polish, so it's got a little bit of shine to it. And then the green are like a matte glass. And then you've got the little copper bicone in there. And they're all hand wrapped, so they're individually wire wrapped. And then they're on raw brass. So that oval is like a raw brass, so it's got that kind of gold look to it. And they just dangle. They just have a lot of movement to them. Just really warm. they're just really warm and kind of fun, and but not too big, lightweight. I don't know. There's something about them I quite like. And then these are the ear wires on these are like a plated brass. So again, nickel free, lead free. You don't have to worry about that. So yeah, these are yeah. I think they're sweet. So these are these are something that I can replicate, which is great. So I'm excited about that for all the shows and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be able to make these and kind of try to keep them stocked. But yeah, really cool. And then not too big, nice and lightweight, but just that really warm, just warm and earthy, I think is what I like about them. And that green, which I love that fresh green. And then Picasso, I mean, we talked a lot about a Picasso with the Harvest collection, named after Pablo, of course. And, grounding stone, calming as well. So just nice and earthy and grounding is what those are. And actually I have one other Picasso that I'm going to show. I think these have been in the Forest collection, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they're really cool stones. I'm surprised they haven't found their forever home either. I think they were in the Forest collection. Very neat. So you've got that green, kind of that darker mossy green, with almost looks like branches and stuff in there, in the darker brown. And then in the middle is that, it's like a golden kind of tone. So, rusty gold kind of in there, mustardy gold kind of color. A nice long taper, so very pretty shape as well. And then on sterling. I could have done them on copper, but I think a lot of people like the sterling. I mean, I can switch them over to copper, but for now they're on the 925 sterling silver. And the backs, again, the same. Really cool patterns on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're in the Forest collection. Yeah, they're cool. Again, they're a little bit longer, so if people are kind of shying away from the little bit longer, but I don't think they're pendant material. I think they need to stay as earrings, so they'll find their home. They just haven't found it yet. So maybe somebody will scoop them up and give it to somebody for Christmas. Okay, so that's the Picasso Jaspers. We're only doing a couple of those. So the first of the silk knotted here. They could. So one of the silk knotteds that I have in this gift guide, African turquoise. So super pretty green with some nice brown, some nice earthy tones. Like that one's got some nice brown to it. Hand knotted on silk. All my hand knots are done on silk, and my hands. And so this one, again, just earthy, simple, nothing fancy about it. Just, if you just want that little pop of color, it's shorter. This one's a 16-inch. So it's going to sit, everybody's neck's a little bit different, but it's going to sit here. I mean, I could put, a short little extender on it, but it is meant to be, kind of like sitting like that. But a nice layering piece, right? So you can put that and then wear, something a little bit longer. But, African turquoise is just a super warm, super rich stone. And it's, again, it's grounding, helps get rid of negative energy. So it's just a nice stone to wear. It's actually not a turquoise, it's a jasper, but it's named African turquoise. That's where it comes from. So, but yeah, just cool, nothing fancy about it. But a shorter floating style silk knot with a beautiful stone. And then it's got a copper clasp on it to pull out that brown. To pull out the brown that's in there. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start going into some neutrals here. And first up, okay, so this is a different, this bracelet's a little different. I don't know, maybe, I think it's cool, but it's a little different. So, it's fossil coral. So these are beautiful 8mm. See if I can see them here. So you can see the beautiful pattern on this fossil coral. So very warm, but neutral. So these tans, sandy kind of colors, and then some warmer browns. So just beautiful fossil coral. And then I put some coconut wood, some like square coconut wood on here, just to pull out that darker brown. And then the focal is an agate nugget. So very rustic, very, chunky and earthy. So when you put it on, now again, I mean, I have little baby wrists, so it doesn't fit me properly. But when you put it on, it it's cool. I think it's different. So, I mean, it's different. It's just, maybe it's too different. I don't know. It's been to some shows, but definitely some of my other earthier bracelets get more attention than this one. So this might be something that this focal is a bit, I don't know, too chunky or something. But anyway, that's why I wanted to showcase it, because it's different and it might appeal to somebody. I think it's in the Tundra collection. This is Tundra for sure. So if you like these kind of colorways, you can check out the full Tundra collection, because it's got this kind of stuff in it. Okay, so that's that different one. I have one ocean jasper that I want to talk about. We talked about quite a bit of ocean jasper in the last few lives. But this one I think I had queued up for the Misfit, but I mean the Misfit had quite a bit in it, so I'm pretty sure it didn't make it. I don't think I talked about this one, but these are a neutral kind of ocean jasper. So you can see really nice orbs. So we talked a lot about the orbs and stuff on the Misfit live, if you missed it. And so with ocean jaspers, what you're looking for is, those round circles in them, those orbs. That's what kind of shows you a good quality ocean jasper. So, these have got some of those, but they're, you can kind of see it's kind of a mustardy yellow, with like beige and a little bit of white. So they're quite neutral. Little teardrops, nothing super fancy about them. But, if you're looking for kind of a neutral, or if you have an outfit that's got, one of these colors in it or something like that. So that's why I kind of wanted to show them. But, and again, not too heavy. So they're a nice little size that they don't have too much weight to them. And then of course the sterling silver ear wires. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get into some shoreline. A few things from the shoreline collection. So we'll start with these little guys. So these have been super popular. Again, nothing fancy about them, but they're just, they're a stack of Amazonite rondelles. So this is all Amazonite stone. Amazonite comes in a bunch of different colors, and then I just kind of pulled together ones that work. So with this, they're all going to be a little different. Okay. Some might have a little bit more blue. This one's got a nice mix. I try to do, some with a little bit of the light kind of white, some with, with the blue, and then some with the tan and things like that. But it is something that, these are going to be all different, and I match them up across as much as possible, but they're never going to match exactly. I mean, this particular pair is pretty good, but, and I try, but, these are natural stones that, I get hundreds of them and I sift through them. So, I certainly do my best, but very sweet. Go with anything. Certainly very summery, very beachy, which is what Shoreline is. Shoreline collection. Probably the most popular collection, definitely in the summer, and some shows that I do, in beach areas and stuff, 100%, very, very popular. So, just really sweet and kind of goes with everything. Amazonite rondelles. And then Amazonite, again, calming. I mean, how can it not be calming, right? I mean, it looks like sand and water. So Amazonite's always very calming. Inner peace and things like that. Now, I was just kind of going through notes and doing a little bit of research on Amazonite today, and I didn't realize this, but apparently it is also one of the stones that's really good for EMF. So like shungite. I didn't realize Amazonite did that, but they say, it's really good, to protect you from, the cell phones and the computers and all that EMF stuff. So that's an added bonus for Amazonite as far as I'm concerned. Because it's one of the most popular stones to start with. So the fact that you get that extra protection is a bonus. Okay, so that's that one. And then probably the most popular piece, one of them anyway, on the Shoreline collection, fits into this category, and that is the wave necklace. So this is another silk knot, and it's just a really sweet, again, very beachy. So we start with the focal here, which is this little wave connector. This is silver plated. And then, so this is a symmetrical one. So a lot of my silk knots, if you're familiar with my stuff, are asymmetrical. So they're different on both sides. This one is symmetrical. So we've got very soft, pretty Amazonite rondelles. Then we have potato pearls, and we have larger rondelles. Then we have a little bit of pink aventurine. Now it actually is peachy, but the name of the stone is pink aventurine. And then more Amazonite, more potato pearls, more Amazonite. So it's just a really soft colorway of soft blues. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. There we go. Soft blues and the tan, and then some of the crisp white of the potato pearls. And very popular. So this is 20 inches. So it's a nice length. Again, for the summer, if you're going away in the wintertime and you want something to wear on the beach, this is really pretty. And as I say, probably the top 3 for Shoreline as far as popular necklaces go. So that's that one there. Okay, now moving right along, we're going to highlight the pearls. So I have a few pieces of pearl in this gift guide. So the same potato pearls that are in that last necklace, just sweet little. They're about 10 mil or so. They're going to vary. I mean, they're natural, so they're all going to be a little bit different size and shape. And then wrapped in silver, and then sterling silver focus cable chain. So now this one, I think this one's 18. Check the listing, but I think that looks like it's an 18-inch chain. Or maybe it's 20. Maybe I put it in as 20. I can't remember. But again, if it's 18, I can always add a little extender to it. Nothing fancy, just sweet pearl. Always popular. It's just a timeless classic necklace. Good for somebody that, you know, just wants something, you know, minimalist, that just wants something kind of simple, but elegant. And then earrings to kind of go with it, same kind of theme. Pull this one up. The same little potato pearls on hoops. So I have these little hoops. Now these are the type that open like this, and then you put it into the thing like that. And so this is something that you can take the pearl off if you just want the hoop. So you have some, you know, you basically get 2 earrings in one with this one. And then if you decide you want to rock the pearl, you can slip the pearl back on, and away you go. So yeah, just classic. Not too big. I can't model the earrings because the holes in my ears filled in. So I don't have holes in my ears anymore, but you can see, just classic and timeless. So those should be in the Shoreline collection. That's where the pearls are. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, check out the full Shoreline collection. There we go. And again, these are natural, so I do my best to match them up size-wise. There might be a slight difference in shape or something like that, but I do try to, you know, I'll never do one that's really round and then one that's pointed. I won't do that, but you know, there might be a little bit of difference between them, but I do my best to keep them. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, just holler at me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. All right, so howlite. So keeping in this kind of white theme for a minute, we've got this one. So this is back to Tundra, back to the Tundra collection. So this is howlite, frosted howlite, and which is really pretty. I like the frosted howlite. It's just really soft looking. And then some white lava. So the white volcanic lava rock. So now with the white lava rock, you can put essential oils on those. So if you or if you're gifting for somebody and you know they like to use essential oils, then you can put a couple of drops of essential oils on here, and then the heat from your skin as you're wearing it will warm up the oil and you'll get the aromatherapy throughout the day. And then to separate them, there's just those square dark chocolate coconut wood. Again, just to kind of add a little focal, a little bit of color to it. So nice and neutral, goes with anything basically. Could be a unisex easily, you know. Just needs to be a little bit bigger, but you know, tell me the size and I can make it. And howlite, again, very calming. Helps with stress, helps with patience, things like that. And then the lava rock, just use the essential oils on it. Okay. So next up, So this is turquoise, one of my favorite stones. And these are what I call my messy wraps. So, I mean, you can kind of see why. So it's a cute little stack of like 5 natural turquoise chips, and then messy wrap copper, raw copper wire up above it, to give it lots of texture and interest, and then oxidized. So the copper's oxidized, and then hand polished, so you get the highlights, the copper, and the darker underneath. So lots of texture, very boho, you know, rustic boho, these ones. And then just on a copper chain, copper cable chain. So just really cool, casual, definitely more of a casual kind of feel, but different. So these are my messy wrap turquoise. So I've got the chain, I've got the necklaces, and I've got the earrings. So let me show you where I have the earrings here. So put this down. So that's the chain. I think it's 18 inches. Check the listing. Again, if you wanted 20 inches is fine, or different length, or you want an extender on it, just let me know. And I'm always happy to do that. If I can, I will. And then so the earrings, same thing, basically the same proportion as well. So you get the 5 chips on each one, and then the messy copper up above it, and then these are on the plated copper ear wire. So and different. Okay. Oops. Look out below. Okay, let me put this one back. Okay, next up we've got this very cool stone. So this is turquoise as well. This is Tibetan turquoise. Nice big chunk of Tibetan turquoise. Beautiful, interesting pattern on this. So it's kind of like a teal blue green on the outside, and then inside is more of that sea foamy green, with an interesting matrix to it, and then the back, you know, pattern goes right through it. And the hole on this was quite large, so I did a double, kind of a different type of bail. You can see kind of a double wrap bail on that one, which is very cool. Freeform shape, which I am digging right now, these freeform shapes. Really loving those. And so yeah, raw copper bail, and then antiqued, and then it's on leather. So this is a beautiful antiqued brown leather cord, 20 inches. And then again, I could, with the copper lobster clasp, I could add an extender to this if you wanted a little bit longer. 20 inches, it's about like that. So kind of open blouse or something like that. But if you wanted a little bit longer, I can add a little extender on it. But just a really cool stone. It wasn't on the website. I thought it was. But when I went to go just pull it over, I'm like, oh, it's not on here. So I've added it. I'm not sure if I can't remember if I added it to a collection. Because see, it doesn't really go, that's why, like it doesn't, the color is a little too dark for Shoreline. I might have thrown it in Misfits, I can't remember. But it is in the gift guide. So if nothing else, you can find it there, or in the necklaces. You can just do a shop for necklaces, and all of the necklaces, all the different types of necklaces will come up. So anyway, that one's super cool. And wow, I'm I'm actually gonna get dinner at a decent hour today at the rate we're going. Okay, so last but not least, again, I just made these up and I just think they're super cute. I love these. This is something that I'm going to be able to duplicate, so great for in-person shows, and you know, I'll be able to keep these in stock on the website. So so that's good. So these are, now let me see if I can get them to focus. These are in the river, added to the river collection. So what these are is, it's blue, let me see if I can get this. It's blue apatite. So this is a blue apatite 8 mil. Now blue apatite, if you watch the river live, we did a lot of blue apatite in that collection. And I invite you to watch that live because there's some gorgeous pieces in that collection. So if you know blue apatite, it's a teal. So this color is not coming across properly. It's more of a teal, and then you've got these wavy copper washers, and then above that you've got a matte brown rondelle, and then you've got a check glass faceted, and you can see that check glass catching the light there. And it's actually in the same color, so that's showing you the better color. The big beads are coming a little bit more cobalt, but they're actually closer in color to this check glass in that really pretty teal. And then a tiny little copper bead up at the top just to finish it off, and then wire wrapped, and then on the let me see if I can get it off the card. Wire wrapped on the copper plated. Yeah, Christine, there's something I think I've made like 5 pairs or so right now. So there's something that I'm gonna be able to, as long as I still have the check glass and stuff like that. So yeah, my plan is to, you know, to keep these kind of as a stocked item. Aren't they cute? Yeah, I mean, they're not big, but they're just that powerful little punch of color, and that little wavy saucer in there just adds a little bit of fun. But yeah, that blue apatite, beautiful. So this will, you know, this works with a lot of the other stuff in that collection. You can use these as earrings, and again, they're just, you know, they're like a good everyday kind of size, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get some stuff that can kind of be replicated and just kind of like every day. So I think these fit the bill. And yeah, check the listing. They have a good colorway on that, so you can see what the color is. Or check out the river collection for the apatite, because that will show you what it looks like. So I got a couple more. I'll just show you a couple of other things just because it's not too late. So back to the other thing that you'll see on there, if you go on to the gift guide on the home screen, if you're watching the replay or whatever, you'll see the whole shop 50 and under on the home top bar, and then that's going to bring up all of the stuff that's on the website that is $50 or under. And so there's like 51 pieces in there, so there's a lot to choose from. There's something for everybody in there. And one of the other things, so I showed you the messy wraps, which are kind of a signature thing with the turquoise. But if you wanted something a little bit plainer and in sterling, I've got the turquoise stacks. So those are also in there. I just wasn't going to show them, but you know, we kind of screamed through here. So so I did do these in copper and in the sterling. So this is the sterling one, so a little bit taller stack of the natural turquoise, and then just wire wrapped, and then on the chain. So I think these are, again, I think these are 18 inches, and then cable chains, and then this is the one I just have here for the copper. The copper chain is a little bit chunkier, so I went with a little bit chunkier stack, and then surprise. For you or for somebody else? Is he telling you what you're getting for Christmas? So the sterling one a little bit finer, and then the one on the copper, because the chain's a little bit chunkier, a little bit thicker. So anyway, I showed that one because I had it out here. I mean, but there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you can take your time and go through all of the stuff on there. Yeah, there's quite a bit to choose from in that price point. And I don't think I have them on here yet. I ran out of time, but I will be putting more. So going back to the little hearts, or sorry, not the hearts, the little rounds. I'm going to be doing more stone options than that. I'm not sure what's on there right now. So rose quartz, but I definitely will be getting garnet. So I have it right here. I don't think I made it on there. So I'll try to get that on there tonight or maybe even tomorrow. But you know, same thing, a 10 mil garnet in the bezel set. I just ran out of time getting stuff on there. But yeah, so I've got that, and then some others as well will be coming along in the little 10 mil. I usually have quite a few at shows. I just have to get them on the website. So okay, well, if nobody has any questions, that's all of the ones I was gonna run through. It's, you know, it's nice and early. I'm not talking for 2.5 hours like the last one. That was a marathon, man. But it was fun. You know, if you're watching on the replay, if you have any questions or anything, or if you're watching later tonight or whatever, up until midnight tonight, which is the November 1st, if you buy 2 things, 15% off automatically in your cart. And if you buy 3 things, it's 20%, and it should be an automatic thing at checkout. And up until probably the end of the year, I've reduced the free shipping to $85, so a little bit easier. And you know, and the other thing for people, if they're in Canada, the tax is included in all the pricing, so you're not going to get added the tax at the checkout. So the prices that you see are the prices that you're paying, and then it's just shipping on top of it. If you don't get to the $85 threshold, then I have it set at a $15 flat fee. Now, if you're local, so Christine, if you know, or whoever else is out there that's local within, you know, Niagara region, you should see a local delivery or something like that, local option, and you can just click on that, and there's no charge for shipping. So it's basically, you know, if you're within the Niagara region, you know, I can deliver it or whatever. So there's no fee. So if you are, you know, close by to me in St. Catharines here, you should see that option come up, and then so if it's under $85, you should still be able to do that, and just click that local option. Okay. If you're watching this, like, I'll be putting this on YouTube as well. I started a YouTube channel for the replays. So if you're watching it on YouTube, hello, please subscribe, and then come onto the website. The next live I'm going to do is actually going to be in 2 weeks. I need to buckle down on these customs, and I need to get ready for some of the shows. So I need to give myself some time for that. So it'll be, let me check the calendar. Yeah, so that's November 15th. So I can do that on the Wednesday. So it'll be November 15th at 7:30, and it's going to be sparkles. So it's going to be the sparkle gift guide, and I'm going to talk all things faceted, sparkly, lots of bling. So if you like bling, or you know somebody, or you're buying for somebody that likes bling, be sure to tune into that one. There'll be a lot of sparkle on that one. So I will put that up sooner rather than later on the web page. And so you can click the refresher button, because I know it's a little bit of ways away. So you can click the notify me, so you'll get a reminder. But yeah, that's gonna be the next one, and then I'll see after that it's gonna get pretty busy with shows. So I'll just have to kind of see where the orders are and where my customs are, and what I'll be able to do on lives for that. But if it can be like, you know, shorter one, like an hour or something like that, like this one, then that's not too bad. I can always pop on here and maybe show you some new stuff, because I do new things that sometimes don't make it to the website, and that go to lives and find a home, especially the kind of longer silk, the 30 to 33s. I do a lot of one-of-a-kinds on those, and you know, if they go to a show, they often don't come back. So if you are local, you know, check out the shop in person part of my website. It shows you all of the, I think that's going to be probably the full lineup that I have for holiday shows now, and that takes me right up until the week before Christmas. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to it, but you know, first one's in Woodstock, I'm doing one in Grimsby, I'm doing one in Hamilton, I'm doing one in Fenwick, and will be doing some in St Catharines at the farmers market as well. So I'm going to be around quite a bit. So, you know, if you're in any of those areas, come check it out, and you can shop in person, and very good chance you're going to see some stuff that is not on the website. So that's always nice. If you can find something that no one else has seen, that's always kind of fun. So if you have any questions, if you're watching this as a replay or whatever, shoot me an email, info@artofnaturejewelry.com or artofnaturejewelry@gmail.com, whichever you prefer. You can follow me on socials. It's Art of Nature Jewelry, Instagram and Facebook. And as I say, I just started YouTube. The YouTube is basically replays of the lives, but you know, it's if you like to hang out there, you can watch them there. And hopefully I'll see you on the 15th. And again, any questions, just shoot them at me, and I will talk to you soon. And hope everyone's well. Love and light to everyone, and have a good evening. I'm going to go make some salsa, I think. All right, take care, everybody.